Okay, so, long ago, some bastard named Robert Moray came up with some ridiculous claim that Allah is actually a pagan moon god. And, this claim has been refuted, this claim has been refuted like over 18 years ago by IslamicAwareness.org, where they destroy that claim that Allah was originally a moon god, and that bastard Moray has been known to be a liar. He's known to be a liar, and he took a lot of things. He made up a lot of things. He took a lot of things out of context to try to prove his point. So, if you read this article, I'm going to link the article in the below. This article completely demolishes Robert Moray's myth that the archaeological evidence shows that Allah was originally a moon god. And, the evidence shows that Allah is actually mentioned in the Bible, and which I'll be showing right now. So I'm going to link this article below. And, notice what the Quran, chapter 41, verse 37 says: prostrate not or worship not the sun or the moon, but prostrate to Allah who created them if you really worship him. So the Quran is right here. The Quran is destroying sun or moon worship. So this verse alone is enough to refute this ridiculous claim that Allah was originally a pagan moon god in pre-Islamic times. But this article really shows how much of this article really exposes Robert Moray as a liar and as somebody who can't be trusted, and took a lot of things out of context to try to prove his ridiculous theory. But I want to show that Allah is actually mentioned in the Bible. Uh, the word Allah is in the Arabic Bible. Arabic, of course, being a Semitic language. So if you read Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, it says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." The Arabic transliteration is "Fi al badi khalaq Allahu samawat wa al ard." So notice what Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 is saying. It's it translates the word Elohim into Allah. Now, what does Elohim sound like? It sounds like Allah. It doesn't sound like Yahweh, but it sounds like Allah. So, according to the Bible, if you translate the Bible from English to Arabic, the word Allah is used in the Old Testament, or in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1, if you translate it into Arabic. But that bastard Moray does not know Arabic, or he never read the Bible in Arabic, because he doesn't know the language. If you read the first page, or you read the first verse of the Bible, it translates Elohim into Allah. So if you translate the Hebrew text into the Arabic text, the word or the name Allah is used. So Allah sounds a lot like Allah sounds more like Elohim instead of Yahweh, because the critics always bring up that Islam never mentions Yahweh. But if you read Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, God's name is Elohim. It's not Yahweh. If you translate Elohim into Arabic, it translates into Allah. Same God the Muslims worship. So it looks like the Old Testament and the Quran are more in agreement than the rest of the book of Genesis and the Quran are in agreement with the name of God being Elohim, or Allah, the Semitic Elohim or the Semitic Allah, instead of Yahweh. So that's something to take into consideration. But I'm not going to be debunking the Yahweh argument here. I just want to show that Allah is mentioned in the Arabic version of the Bible, John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. If you translate John chapter 3, verse 16 from Greek into Arabic, and from Konai Greek to Arabic, the name Allah is used right here. So John chapter 3, verse 16, Allah, the name of God, is Allah in John chapter 3, verse 16. Again, translated from the Greek into Arabic. Luke chapter 1, verse 30. The word or the name Allah is used if you translate the Greek text into Arabic, Luke chapter 1 verse 30 shows that Allah is used in the end of that verse. Luke chapter 1 verse 30. Luke chapter 3 verse 38 says the Son of God. And so if you read the ending of this verse, it says the Son of God right here. So Luke chapter 3 verse 38 shows that Allah is used in the Gospel of Luke. If you translate it from Greek to Arabic, the name Allah is used in Luke chapter 3 verse 38. You see, Allah is used right there. Allah is used in the Gospel of Luke, in the Gospel of John, and the book of Genesis. So what that means is that if you read if you translate the Bible from Hebrew to Arabic or Greek to Arabic, the word Allah is used. So the Arab Christians can't escape that problem that their own text translated uses the name Allah. So that's further proof that Allah is, the same God as, or the same terminology is used in the Bible. So the God, the biblical God and the God of the Quran share that name when the Bible is translated into Arabic. So Allah is found all over the Arabic Bible. There's no way out for Arab Christians or Jews. Well, Arab Christians, since I don't think there's any Arab Jews. Sounds like an oxymoron. But anyways, you see Allah is used in the Arabic Bible. So it's not a different God. It's the same God as the God presented in the Bible. Just the characteristics are different. So this debunks this whole stupidity that Allah is originally a pagan god, or originally a pagan moon god, because that word Allah was used by pre-Islamic Jews and Christians to refer to God, and the Quran adapted that. But again, if you read Genesis chapter 1 verse 1, God's name is Elohim, or Eloha, and if you translate that Hebrew name into Arabic, you get Allah. So Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 is closer to the original name of God, Elohim or Eloha. So Allah is closer to Elohim and Eloha, the name that's used in Genesis chapter 1 verse 1, than Yahweh is. So Allah has a closer connection to God's original name, which is found in Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. Later on, God's name was changed into Yahweh. If you read it, the book of Exodus chapter 3 verse 14, I believe. So God's name was not originally Yahweh. It was originally Elohim or Eloha, and later on it was changed into Yahweh. So stay tuned, more videos going up ahead.